Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Shelter. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can go there itch.io, where you can get it for free, or if you want to get the most up-to-date version sooner and want to support them, then you can go to their Patreon and give them some monies. Also, let's redo our face rig because we're always tilted in a weird direction. So anyways, on the last Let's Play, we were investigating some relics, and then Rune told some racist jokes, and then, let's see, we called him a musky husky, and that kind of brought back some bad memories for Rune, and then we escaped some soldiers, because reasons, at which point we got to the bottom of the shaft, at which point we also got to the bottom of the shaft. And hey, Rune's opening up. It's good. They're good. Anyways, what about Chip? He has some really nice muscles on him. I raised my head from investigating the black blade of a relic sword to instead look at the platoon during the afternoon sword training. Both the human and I decided to move our study outside this time, on the top deck of Shelter. The first reason was for safety purposes. But really, I just wanted to show him my soldiers during workout. I can tell he likes it. I, in turn, found great enjoyment in our innocent chit-chats. Yeah. He's nice. Smells like summer fields. Have you two ever... I told you no. I wouldn't do that with any of my men. Boy, guess he's... Because he does say later, oh yeah, I'm on either somebody's crotch or butt. My scent. Of everybody here. But you're thinking about that, yeah? Well, I never thought about Chip that way. If you want to try it with him, I can easily organize something. A one-on-one assignment for you two, eh? I mean, I don't know if I'd be able to do anything. The situation with you makes it kind of special. I'm usually not flirtatious or anything like that. Oh, so you never did anything with Burry either? Oh, well... No, of course not. Luke, lying makes baby Jesus cry. He's very attractive, though. Fluffy. Please, don't tell him I said that. But he's pretty much exactly my type. Big? Chubby? Well, that's hot too, but I'm talking mostly about his personality. He's smart and serious. He seems dependable. I like that. Oh, you're not attracted to body types, but to a dog's personality? Kind of. Me personally, I find personality to be quite attractive, but I I look for physical things. Actually, I don't know. I haven't been really thinking or doing much about that. Like, it's kind of weird because it would kind of be like, this person attractive. Oh, their personality is shit, and we have nothing in common. But then also, like, I don't know. There have been people that I've been attracted to, even though I weren't physically attracted to them. But I would have dated them, you know? Anyways, kind of. I mean, to be completely honest with you, I love all body types. When I let my imagination run free, it's exciting to imagine that with pretty much anyone in any position. You should totally go for it. I can even help you hook up with Burry. No, absolutely not. Not the guy that, like, is a traitor. No. He's very, very attractive, yeah. But he also scares me. Scares you? You know who he is, right? The things he's infamous for. He mentioned something about that. Yeah. I don't remember the details. I was kind of dying when he shared those things, but he did experiments or something. People like he and I, we have to perform some difficult deeds for the sake of our people. Make choices we don't always agree with, pretty much on a daily basis. His name in particular strikes people of the whole world with fear, even hatred. I don't understand. How was he able to turn his back to all of that responsibility so easily? And not a hint of shame or regret in him. Why don't you go and ask him? I don't reply. I only look away and shake my head. Why is that? It's hard to put into words. Is it because I'm afraid that I wouldn't like his answer? Never mind. Forget that. Tell me, out of all the soldiers you have in shelter right now, who would you like to do the most with? It's the most with. I scratch my chin, looking over the training group. There's one dog that comes to mind, but are you gonna try matchmaking us if I tell you? Maybe. Forget it then. Come on, what are you afraid of? I'm not afraid. I think you are. Do you think he's out of your league? I'm Rumu, mate. Nobody's out of my league. Mate? What? No, I think I heard Chip, Jake. Oh, two of them? Even before I finished taking a bath back, two dogs already in front of us. Chip, the muscular Dalmatian, and Jake, the much smaller, less impressive Boykin Spaniel. Let's go look up what a Boykin Spaniel is. What is it? Boykin It is really weird. Like, when I put in Boykin, I don't think that the word would come to mind would be dog, but I guess what I put in Boykin is like Boykin Spaniel. Oh, that's a doggy. Think brown, kind of Labradory. Can I, like, have, like, a smaller screen? Actually, I guess I could do that. Oh, but then it would have the entire screen, wouldn't it? Would it? Or maybe I could do it with... Yeah, this one doesn't seem to have all those tabs there. If only I can get it to that one. Can I get that? Display capture? No, window capture. Oh, good thing, you know, it knew the right screen, but yeah, that dog. Cancel. And then destroy that, source, because you can't have too many sources. No, sir. Okay, and probably reset my face again. Yeah, shelter. There we go. They both stand to attention, making their tails swing in perfectly synchronized whacking, like they were taught. A woo, General. Good form, Chip. Thank you, General. Backup. Chip, the hot one. Take Argo and Spots. They practice your canine blade arts with them. At once, General. After we're done here, you will escort Human outside to Station D3. You will supervise his work and make sure he doesn't run away. You know I would never. You will stay within 3 meters of him at all times. It's a safe area, so use that as an opportunity for your weather conditioning training. Take your essential equipment with you, but no clothes. Is he trying to hook me up? Yes, General. Absolutely, General. Now bugger off. Woo, General. Chip leaves, giving Jake a short, worried glance before storming off to the rest of the group. Usually, I can feel fear in Jake's mind, but today he seems to be particularly calm. Weird. I guess that doesn't matter. Jake, what the hell do you think you're playing at? Excuse me, General. I don't understand the question. You're not only lazy, but dumb too? Your form is all wrong. You weave that stick like a fruit picker whacking a tree. Yes, General. Forgive me, General. Are you tired already? Can't keep up with the rest of your pack? Is that it? No, General. I'm good, General. You know you're in my platoon only because of Chip, right? As soon as he finds Unity with Argo and Spots, you're out. Do you want that? Want me to write you a letter of recommendation to the Dripping Pepper so you can serve real dogs with your weak ass instead? No, General. I don't want that. Then pull your fucking weight, mutt. 50 play deads with a roll. Now. A spark of discomfort flashes through his mind, but he immediately proceeds to fulfill his order. He drops belly down onto the floor, rolls once, and then jumps back onto his feet. Belly down. He keeps doing that. I was just trying to picture how that would work. Without a break at a good pace, alternating the rolling side with each repetition. His tongue rolls out as he instinctively tries to cool down, despite the freezing temperature on the outside. It's always weird, personally, I can get cold sometimes. I've felt recently over the past year or two where I just feel, unusually cold. But then there's also the thing which is much more common to me, which is it's snowing outside and I'm, either in a t-shirt and shorts or just shorts. When it was. Because here's the thing. I can produce a crap ton of heat. Just have to, start moving. Glance at the human. He stares at me confused, clearly at a loss for what I'm doing this for. Jake, why did you leave the mountains to join the forces? 15 for the glory of mankind, General. 16 give back to the pack what it gave me. To be a good boy. 17. Jake, cut out the crap. I want you to tell us the truth. Our human friend here doubts we're any better than the monsters. I want to show him that we're all real people. What? When did I... No. What the... Frankly, I think he has something against canines. He clearly hates us all. That's just simply not true. Don't listen to him. Jake keeps quiet for a few reps. He doesn't object to the accusation of being untruthful. He simply looks like he's thinking hard about how to put his thoughts into words. For Chip. Huff. I joined the military because Chip did. Oh, and why is that? Our settlement was saved from the cows, I think that is, by General Gunner. I was against leaving home, but Chip wanted to join the heroes. For the glory of our nation, to be a good boy, and to repay General Gunner for what he did for us. 29. And why the hell did you go with him if you didn't care about the Red? You know you're nothing but a liability to Chip, right? You're smaller, weaker, and less trained than him. Talented. You aren't helping him. You're pulling him down by your incompetence and mediocrity. Boy. General, please. It's okay, human. He's 32. The General is right. I know him sewn on a different cloth from him. I'm not up to par to the standards of General Runemoon's platoon, but he needs me. Chip needs you? Yes. He didn't ask me to come, but you know him, General. His body is very strong, and he's stubborn as a mule, but he's shy and sensitive. I don't want to belittle his achievements, but I was worried that he wouldn't be able to realize his dream without someone else by his side. And that someone had to be you? There wasn't anyone else. If you're fine in facing death in the eyes to keep a helpless musclehead safe, and are you fine? You're fine knowing that any day now, he might outgrow you and leave you behind, taking the best years of your life with him. General, I'm his brother. And a brother protects. And he does it even when he's not appreciated or respected or even loved. He simply bears up and he does it because he's a brother. "50, General." Huh? Already? You skipped a few, didn't you? No, General. You feel like taking a little break? A short nap, maybe? No, General. I want to finish my training with everyone. You sure? Why are you wobbling on your feet like a drunken whore then? My apologies, General. I'll fix myself up right away. You better, you useless mutt. Get the hell out of my sight. Jake salutes and runs off, back to the rest of the group. There isn't much time left for his training, so hopefully he won't fall on his face from exhaustion. The good thing about this weather is that it cools you down, but it's also harder to breathe. Let's just hope he can survive 10 more minutes. I smile and glance at the human. He stares at me with eyes open, in confusion. I wiggle my eyebrows and wink, to put the point across. He still doesn't seem to understand. Do I need to spell it out to him? Isn't he just dreamy? Who? Well, Jake, obviously. Ask who among my men I would like to sleep with, right? What? What? Really? Yeah, he's just so... Aww. You saw him. You heard him. I want to dominate that. He knows he can't compete with most of the dogs in his platoon, but he doesn't bend. Even humiliated and ridiculed, he won't give up on protecting his brother. That's just so impressive to me, and every time I look at him, I just feel so, like, boiling inside. But in a good way, you know? My ears aren't red, are they? General Runemoon, if you're being serious right now, and not just messing with me at his expense, why the heck are you such an absolute ass to him just now? Oh, that? It's fine. General Gunner calls it tough love. The more you care about someone, the more you push them to their limits. That's all for their own good, so they can grow to their full potential. Really? Yes, it's a dangerous world outside. You have to keep her discipline as hard as steel at all times. But he's clearly doing his best. Can't you just praise him from time to time? Do you ever relax? To live is to fight. If you want peace, then go ahead and die. General Gunner would say. Ha ha. I see. Jake! Come here, please. What the? Jake stops swinging his training sword and stares at us from afar. He doesn't leave the spot. He just looks at me for confirmation. I glare at the human, deeply offended by his imprudence at daring to order my soldiers. I growl. But he glares back at me, silently, with the sharpness of my blade. I blink and I look away. A reluctant motion Jake and reluctantly motioned Jake to come to us. What the hell do you think you're doing? General Rune Moon, this is not the dangerous world outside. This is a shelter. I don't know what kind of upbringing you went through, but where I come from, we don't abuse people we love. Praise him, right now. This is my soldier, my bloody shelter, mind you, and I will do whatever I damn please. Or I won't do the thing you like so much tonight with the exclamation mark. Shh. I quickly pass my hand over his mouth, right by the time Jake arrives in front of us. He still wobbles on his feet, and he's so tired he can't even mask a panic in his mind. My whole stomach grows cold just from touching him with empathy. Or maybe it's my own personal embarrassment. I quickly balance the options in my head. Not much of a choice, huh? Jake. You're not my worst soldier. Wallace, Arrow, Dagger, Ollie are even worse than you. Exclamation mark. Thank you, General. Yeah, whatever. Now fuck off. Kindly. Jake salutes and runs off. His tail swings left and right, much faster and more enthusiastically. A genuine wag. Even from afar, I can feel him brimming with happiness, confidence, and power. Through tears of joy, I can feel his spirit burning with enough intensity to nearly offset his exhaustion. It almost feels like if the circumstances were a bit different, with another right push, he'd be able to achieve a blaze. How ludicrous. Feels good? Look at the human. He appears to be blurred in my vision. I quickly dry my face. The moisture at the corners of my eyes already crusted into ice, so I scratched off. Also, random other memory. Ooh, yay. Do you remember having quite a bit of facial hair when I was younger? And what was it? Also being so cold that the moisture from breathing would freeze on my facial hair. That's a weird feeling. Of course it does. But spoiling them will only bring them the harm. They aren't lapdogs, so let's check my face again. Fine enough. They're warriors in the heat of combat. The soft ones fall first, and the pack quickly follows. Right now, some caught my eye. His superiors can make up for his weakness with force pack mentality. What if spoiling them will make him too mentally dissonant to get that? He's already subpar as is, and yet he's here. Not because he had a choice, no choice, or because he was harassed into joining. He's been getting stronger and putting his life on the line for a very personal, positive cause. He's been doing his best despite the unfairness he put him through. You think that showing appreciation for his work is going to make him suddenly grow weak? He doesn't look soft or weak to me right now. Look at him go. That's just not how the military works, mate. It's not a playground. I was in training my whole childhood, so I know, no matter how well I did, I was never praised by my father. I mean, my trainer. My father used to be a warrior too, but he praised us all the time. Okay, so human father? This is the first time I remember hearing about Luke's family. That's not a good case for your argument. I laugh and grab his shoulder. To be honest, there seems to be a fair amount of muscle for his size, but I can still almost touch my claws by wrapping my hand around it. Anyone can walk around calling himself a warrior, but what really matters is how much he can save with his power. Tell me again, how did your noodle arms and stressless upbringing serve you through the weeks your pack was starving, cornered by the monsters? We did as much as we could. We're in a really tough spot. Exactly. If you aren't used to being to the tough, then you are helpless when the tough comes to you. Even you must understand that, after what you went through. I do. It's just sad, you know? You have to draw the line at some point, right? To what end do you fight? Like, imagine a world without the monsters, where everyone is at peace and don't need to fight at all. Right. A world where you have absolute freedom to do absolutely anything you want, with no expectations from anyone. What would you do then? I don't know. Fuck a lot? Just that. Remember, you can do anything. Anyone. No limits. Okay. Right. Then I guess I would get fucked from time to time too. You aren't taking this seriously, are you? Of course not. Why would I? What I think or want doesn't matter. There's no other path for me. You may not realize it, but I'm not even a person. I'm a weapon for my nation, a concept of a hero, and I've been failing to fulfill even that. Right now, I'm only borrowing traces of his power, but one day he'll wake up for real, and it'll cease to be me. So no, I don't take your ridiculous what-if seriously. Is that how you think about Moon? Burry says that you're quite literally the same person. The only difference being... No, I'm not any of those dead moons. I'm me. A sudden wave of silence hits me harder than an explosion. When I look up at the training group, they stare back at me. I feel the human trying to touch my shoulder, but I just jump back on my feet and start walking towards the entrance gate to shelter. I shout to the soldiers, take 10 minutes break, and move to their positions. Wait, positions or posts? Posts. And let's continue. When I enter shelter, I welcome the silence of this thick metal walls. Sometimes I just feel like being alone. Right now, it's one of those moments. Walking down the spiral stairs, I try to calm myself down with slow, deep breathing. I don't want to lose my cool again, or do or say anything stupid. Ever since I came to this place, I've been feeling on edge. My mind, my thoughts, all too loud, too sharp. Maybe I'm going crazy from the lack of real battle. Am I that guilty for wasting my time here doing nothing instead of moving my blade where it's needed? Or maybe I'm not used to safety. Maybe I'm just... General, wait. I look up. He's a few floors above me, looking down at me. I stop. He stops chasing me and stays there. Look, I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't know when to shut my mouth. No, it's fine. You and Dad are the only two people who seem to speak to me with full honesty. I appreciate that. I'm just tired, that's all. Okay. Just as long as you know they didn't mean to upset you. I should have known it's a sensitive subject. Listen, if you want me to answer truthfully, in your hypothetical scenario, if I lived in a world where I'm free, there really isn't anything in particular I want to do. I'm honest. If I lived in a world like that, I would just be content to be. But you're here, right now. You are safe here. It's okay. I knew you wouldn't understand. Enjoy your time with Chip, human. Rune, you said you appreciate honesty. So, would you mind if I say one more thing before I go? You seem to think that nobody can understand your situation, with the moon thing and all. Well, of course, we can't. None of us is a vessel for an immortal legend. But you're wrong to assume that nobody can understand the fear of the end of your individuality. We totally can. Everyone here in shelter understands that fear perfectly. It's called death. You, me, the dogs of shelter, your own soldiers. We know that we can cease to be at any day, sooner or later, and we may be helpless to do anything about that. Hell, we nearly did, and you had to save our skins. But we knew that we were getting into coming here. I don't think any of us would have it any other way. That was the choice we made. Sorry, my brain's kind of fucked right now. You know, like when you're talking and also you kind of get a memory and you're a bit tired from all that reading. Sometimes you're just like, heck, reading's a bit hard. Did we stay in the safety of our homes, counting our days? Did we decide not to give a crap at anything because we knew we wouldn't live forever? No. Just put ourselves out here. Chasing our vague longings and living our dumb lives to the fullest, regardless of that. Here, in monster-infested freezing tundras. We don't run away from death. We know that our lives can be cut short any day, yet we're still choosing to face these lands head-on. In our own fleeting lives, we all have things we care about, and we chose to be the truest version of us, for as long or short as it may be. You shouldn't be any different. You know, maybe Moon's awakening doesn't sound so bad after all. At the very least, I bet he's probably going to be nicer to you than I am right now. Maybe not. Doesn't matter. One way or another, you're here right now, and you'll always be welcome. Well, of course. I own the whole damn place after all. I wink at him and give him a toothy grin. He smiles too. I still can't read him, but he doesn't seem to be defiant anymore. Did he accept his fate under the Crimson Royal Glove's thumb? Or did he accept me? Man, it's weird. But it feels good. General. Chip, completely naked, runs down the stairs, bumping Luke in his haste. He holds a message ball in his hand. A messenger came, and he's unconscious now, the sickness and all. The sickness really got to him quick. I said it's urgent. Uh-oh. I swallow in the nervousness and take the sealed ball from him. Inside, there's a letter. I read it. As I do, the message ball slips from my hands. Off. It bounces down the stairs and gets swallowed in the darkness down below. Kind of feel like I want to hold it there, cliffhanger, or if I'm going to show the thing and then stuff. Yeah, let's go a little bit on. On one account, both Rune Moon and Lake the Human we definitely agree on. Nothing nice can last forever in this world. I guess we'll just end it there, you know? So, end of this Let's Play. So anyways, please comment, because I like comments. Tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and would like to grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out this epic grow. Please remember to spay near. I'm also have control of the pet population. And if you want to play this game, itch.io. And if you want to support them, get the news version earlier, Patreon. And until next time, let's play me, GamerWolfSix of Shelter. See ya.